Hi, we want to express in this video what the project Lepheus and what it will still Lepheus. For example, what happened to me was the objective, and for me this means how to be able the chemistry and the mathematics with the Fibonacci succession, and thus be able to help environment by teaching the importance of a single person planting a tree and then more people join. We will continue with my colleges.
Hello, I'm Santiago, and I'm going to explain some words that we use in text. The first one is sequence. The sequence is a particular order in which related events, movements, or things follow each other. The next one is algorithm, a process or set of rules to be followed in calculation or the problem solving. Operations, especially by a computer. Integers, a whole number, a number that is not a fraction. It can be all the numbers that we can count, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. Sanskrit is an ancient Indo-European language of India.
Okay, to know about the origin of Fibonacci succession, we need to go back to the 3rd century before Christ. In this century, the scientific Indians start with this succession. It wasn't perfect, but they started to use it. After that, a few centuries later, to be more specific, in the year 1202, Leonardo de Pisa, better as known as Fibonacci, perfectionate this succession. Well, it takes his name, and how he left this succession is how we know it nowadays. Thank you.
What is the Fibonacci sequence? Well, the Fibonacci sequence is a mathematical algorithm that will help us predict the growth of a natural event or events we usually have in humanity. So, for example, we have a plant, and we want to know how many plants or how many branches this plant will have in a certain period of time. So we can calculate that with the Fibonacci sequence. It works the same for animals, and for example, for animals we have bunnies, we have cats, we can have dogs, or even bees. It works for everything. So, the Fibonacci sequence goes like this: 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and so on.
Hello, my name is Jesus Hernandez, and as everything in the life, the Fibonacci sequence got some curious and incredible properties, like the next ones. Number 1, the Fibonacci sequence is the most prominent example of recursive sequences. Number 2, the general Fibonacci sequence is seen as coefficients of the corresponding generation function. And last but not least, number 3, one of the interesting properties of the Fibonacci sequences concern the realm of discrete mathematics is that it is a solution to a linear homogeneous recurrence relation with a constant coefficients. So those were some of the most important properties of the Fibonacci sequences. So
I'm going to explain the correlation between the Fibonacci sequence and the Pascal triangles. This is a very easy correlation. The thing is that the result of the sums of the numbers of the Pascal triangle will give us the terms of the Fibonacci sequence. As we can see here, like this: 1 plus 1, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 0 plus 1, and these numbers will give us the Fibonacci sequence terms, as we can see here. In the case that they don't have like number 2 sum, it will pass like only the number, and this will give us the terms of the Fibonacci sequence, and that's the relation that they have.
In mathematics, two quantities are in the golden ratio if their ratio is the same as the ratio of their sum to the larger of the two quantities. Mathematicians since Euclid had studied the properties of the golden ratio, including its appearance in the dimensions of the regular pentagon and the golden rectangle, which may be cut into a square and a rectangle with the same aspect ratio. The golden ratio has also been used to analyze natural objects as well as man-made systems such as financial markets.
How to apply it in nature. The Fibonacci sequence is an essential part of nature as a clear example that they put when they present us with a topic, that of bunnies. Everything follows this sequence, the form of things and the way they happen. It is a pattern that nature follows from 3 or 2 animals. And it is important for us to understand how this works. A mathematical sequence is a definite application over the natural numbers. This, in Spanish, means that it's a series of numbers that is generated by applying certain rules. In fact, it is very easy to imagine a sequence of numbers, and there are infinite numbers of them. However, some are more famous than others. In general, it is intended that the way that give rise to the sequence are as simple and clear as possible.
Hi, my name is Carlos Corona, and I'm going to explain how we want to use the Fibonacci succession to help deforestation in the world. So here I have a simulator in which we can see how every time I click this button, the Fibonacci succession happens. So I hit it twice and there's 8 seeds. Well, this simulator is to represent how the sunflower seeds are born, but we're gonna represent the seeds as the trees. So what we want to explain with this is how quickly we could reproduce trees to help deforestation. Instead of solving this problem in a matter of decades, we could do it in just a few years, which is a massive outcome. So yeah, that's what we're trying to explain. And as you can see, each time I press this button, more seeds and more seeds come out, and that's our idea of how we could help deforestation. So yeah, thank you.